you folks. Welcome to Calvin Vollrath's Fiddle Jubilee. My name is Walter Brennan, and I'm really delighted to be here with you today. Now sit back and enjoy some great music by Canada's fiddling sensation, Calvin Vollrath, and his special guests as they gather virtually to entertain you. Now put your hands together and welcome Mr. Calvin Vollrath. Take it away, Calvin.
Welcome, everybody, to my Fiddle Jubilee. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and hope you have a Happy New Year. Looking forward to getting out and doing some playing somewhere, maybe in your neck of the woods this year. I got a bunch of real nice guests on my show here today. I'm going to tell you about them in a bit, but that first tune, that's off a brand new album that was released back in October called the album's called Dedications, and that tune is called 25 Surprise. In 2023, September 19, 2023, my good wife and I, we celebrated our 25th anniversary. wedding anniversary. And like our wedding that seemed to last a week long with parties and get-togethers, and same thing happened for the 25th. Lots of surprise supper here one night, a surprise supper there another night, and another night another surprise supper. And then a week after the whole event was a big surprise party with my family, the Vollraths, coming up to St. Paul with the Labries and some friends. And so it was the never-ending party. So I wrote this tune, called it 25 Surprise. I hope you enjoyed that. You can get the album off my website, calvinvollrath.com. I have a few guests on my show today, but time to bring up the first one. I met this gentleman at my very, very first fiddle contest I entered back, I believe the year was 1974. I think it was May 10th, 1974, at a hall called the Lakeview Pavilion. The CFCW Gold Fiddle Contest was going on. That was my very first contest I ever entered. I was 13 years old. I was a week shy of my 14th birthday. And I was in the contest. And this other young fella, his name is Randy Jones. He was the next one to me. He's a little bit older. I know he's a little bit older because I got the trophy for the youngest contestant that day. So we got Randy Jones. Randy's a wonderful fiddle player, lives down in High River, Alberta. He's been the president of the Alberta Society of Fiddlers for many years. Just a great guy. And we're going to play a tune together here. This is a tune that I wrote for Captain Canada. His name is Brian Sklar. He's a great country singer, great country entertainer, and a wonderful fiddle player. He's put out some albums under the name Captain Canada. And he loves country shuffles. I wrote this tune for him many, many years ago, sent it off to him, and Brian had a radio program on CBC Radio, I believe. And one day he played this on his program without the name. He said it was written for him, and if anybody had any suggestions for the title. And some lady called in, and she suggested the name Swingin' on a Sklar. Well, he let me know about that. I thought it was absolutely perfect. Everybody put your hands together for Mr. Randy Jones as we play Swingin' on a Sklar. Here we go, Randy. This is for you, Brian. Hey, right on, Randy. Good playing. And I love that tune. I love country music. And Brian, thank you for the inspiration in writing that tune. You're a great Canadian legend in the country music world, and you should be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And we need to talk to somebody about getting that done. Time to bring up guest number 2. This is a young fella that comes from around Edmonton. He also operates a farm just outside of Edmonton in Lamont, Alberta. He's an engineer. He makes great big trailers to haul big, huge equipment. Huge stuff. His name is Ben Christiani. He has a band called The Diamonds. He's a busy young man. And we play a tune here together. This is one of the first tunes that I wrote way back in the 1900s called the Nakaman Reel. Everybody put your hands together for Mr. Ben Christiani. Right on, Ben. That's fun. That's a good old tune. And just a little fun fact. Years ago when I wrote that tune, I remember it was after a dance somewhere, and we were at somebody's house for a house party after, and we ordered some Chinese food. And I remember I had just written this reel that day. And this, like I say, this is the first tune or second tune that I ever wrote way back, and I never really enjoyed saying I wrote something because I didn't know for sure if I did. I know it was always inspired by something. But anyways, that night after eating the Chinese food, I thought, I'm going to name this tune the Egg Roll Reel. And it was called the Egg Roll Reel in my mind until I actually released it on an album and decided, oh, maybe that's not the right title, and named it Nakaman Reel. Nakaman is a lake just outside of Edmonton, about a half hour northwest of Edmonton a little bit. So there, I hope you enjoyed that. Time to bring up my next guest. And this is a musical hero to so many, a fiddle player, a great Mr. Alfie Myer from Myers Music in Edmonton. I remember meeting him when I was 9 years old. My dad took me down to their music store called House of Banjo. Back in the day, it was called the House of Banjo. Dad wanted me to learn from Alfie Myer because we'd watch Alfie Myer on the Yee Haw's the Chuck Wagon show when I was a kid. Went down to the store and Dad said, "Hey, my name is Art Vollrath, and this is my young boy here. He's learning how to play the fiddle, and I'd love for you to teach him." But Alfie was too busy. He couldn't teach me, and we've just become great friends over the years. And Alfie's asked if we could play a tune that I wrote for my mom shortly after my dad passed away. I was thinking of my mom, and I was living in Vancouver at the time when I came up with this melody, and it's called "Mum, This One's For You." Everybody put your hands together for Alfie Myer. This one's for you, Mum. Hey, right on, Alfie. That was so good. Amazing. You're an amazing inspiration to so many and a hero to all. Thank you so much for being my friend. As I look at my YouTube page, this tech stuff is all kind of beyond me, or it used to be beyond me, and I'm learning as we go along, and I see I have 1.94K subscribers on my YouTube channel, where you're watching this program here right now on YouTube. It costs you absolutely nothing. You don't get bombarded with emails or nothing. But if you click on that little button down there at the bottom that says subscribe, go click on that. And anytime I upload a new video or another show's coming out, you should get a notification. And they're putting all kinds of advertising on these YouTubes, and so it may help me out in the long run. So I'd really appreciate that. Find the subscribe button, hit the like button, make a comment. Just be wonderful if you do that for me. Thank you so kindly. Time to bring up an old video here now. This is, I found this video. This was taken at the Fiddle Contest in Carrot River, Saskatchewan. The very first time I went there, 1977. I guess I was 17 years old at the time. I remember we went to that contest. We had been in one in Lloydminster back in the winter. And somebody from Carrot River, his name was Jake Dick. He was there, and he said, we have a fiddle contest in Carrot River, and Graham Townsend is going to be our guest artist. We had never heard of a guest artist at a fiddle contest before, and Graham Townsend was our favorite fiddle player. So I guess we were going to Carrot River. And there was a company there doing some videotaping. So you're going to hear a little bit of talking over top of this performance. But as it turns out, the fella that was there doing the videotaping, his name was Sandy Cameron. I didn't know him, and he didn't come and introduce himself at that time to me. But in 1988, which is 11 years later, Sandy Cameron is the fella that started the Emma Lake Fiddle Camp up in Emma Lake, Saskatchewan. And he called me, and then he had told me, he said he was the fella that was at Carrot River 11 years before that doing this filming. So Sandy Cameron really changed my life. The Emma Lake Fiddle Camp, such a great part of my life that did for 20 years and started the whole fiddle camp scene in Canada. So, hey, this is an old piece here. This is 1977, Carrot River, Saskatchewan.
Calvin won the junior championship at the Carrot River Fiddle Contest in 1977. By 1989, he was a guest artist and judge at Canadian and U.S. championships. Week by week, Calvin will provide step-by-step instructions for easy and difficult tunes. The series will be produced by Birdsong Communications, a longtime member of Western Canada's film and video community. With the series shot on Betacam SP format, production will be state-of-the-art. There will be concerts with Calvin and some of Canada's finest Métis fiddlers, Reg Bovet and Mal Bedard from Manitoba, John Arcan from Saskatchewan, and Richard Callahoo from Alberta.
Hey, such great memories of Carrot River and all the old fiddle contests from way back, and a young Cal. Wow, and Harry Adair, we met him. He was camped in the same campground as we were at, and he was playing the guitar, and he said, I'll play guitar for you. Met him at that contest. What a great man he was. Great memories. And just because that little video was so short here, we'll bring up another old video, and this one's not quite that old. I think this might be from 2015 or 16 or something at Camp Calvin, doing my concert, and I had all the boys behind me, and we were playing a medley of, well, it's some swing tunes, and then it kind of breaks into some other things, and it goes on a little bit here. So just because you kind of got gypped out a little bit on the last one, here's another one. Hope you enjoy this. Recognize some of these tunes, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Time to bring up my next guest. And this lady, I'll tell you what, a great piano player. We've played everywhere. She's toured with me all over the place. She was the piano teacher at Camp Calvin for so many years, and she's a wonderful fiddle player. She teaches fiddle and teaches piano out in Nova Scotia. Carol's Corner, that's where she comes from, Nova Scotia. And here we're playing a fiddle tune together that I wrote for another great fiddle player, step dancer, vocalist from, I believe, Kingston, Ontario. Her name is Kelly Trottier. And so this is simply called Kelly Trottier. And everybody put your hands together for Miss Kimberly Holmes. For you, Kelly. Kimberly, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for being a part of my show. And I know that your husband Skip are having a little bit of health issues right now. And so we hope that all gets rectified real soon. And I know it's on your mind. It's on all our minds. Everybody's praying for a positive outcome and hope we get to see us this year somewhere. We get to play some tunes together. Time for me to play an old-time waltz here right now. I shouldn't say an old-time waltz. It's a waltz for sure. I was contacted by a fellow by the name of Bill Castles from Huntsville, Alabama. He asked if I could write a waltz for himself and his wife. His wife is Mary Lee. And so this is called Bill and Mary Lee's Waltz. And it's a more of a slower waltz. I love the slow waltzes. And I hope you enjoy this. Bill and Mary Lee's Waltz. This is for you, Mary Lee and Bill. I hope you enjoy. the waltzes, and that's a dandy. For all the fiddle players out there, learn that waltz. It's a nice one. Commercial time! Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show today, and if you are, I wonder if I can get you to purchase a ticket to the show. And the ticket can be any fee that you can afford. On my website, which you see right here, I've set up a few different pricing options for you. You can click on any one you want, or if you have a different fee that you want to pay, something less, something more, you have the option to do that as well on the website. Or up here you can see I have plenty of CDs and music books that I can mail to you, or also I have everything that is available to download immediately. All my albums are on my website. You're going to get all the credits. You're going to get who played on the album. You're going to get the stories of the tunes, and you can download those immediately. And the sheet music for all the music is all on my website. You can download that immediately as well. If you prefer, you can do an e-transfer, and all that information is right here. The e-transfer is for Canadians. Outside of Canada, we can't accept e-transfers. Thank you so kindly for everybody that has supported the Calvin Vollrath Fiddle Jubilee in the past. It is greatly, greatly appreciated, and I hope to see more of you supporting it in the future. Thank you so much. Time for our last tune. Hope you've all enjoyed the episode today. A big hand for all my special guests. One more tune from old Cal here right now, another new one from the Dedications album, and this is a tune in the Métis style. It's crooked. When I say crooked, you can't count the 4 and all the bars. It's and I'm not even sure how many bars are on each side. You know, most standard tunes got 8 or 16 or 32. Well, this don't work that way. This might have 10 or it might have 9. I actually haven't really counted, and the bars are not all equal. Some might have 2 beats, some might have 1, some might have 3. I'm not exactly sure, and it doesn't matter. We just call it crooked. And I wrote this tune for a great gentleman in Edmonton by the name of Don Langford. He's the fella that runs the Métis Child and Family Services in Edmonton, and his grandsons are dancing. They've got a dance group there that I've been playing with for years, the Métis Child and Family Jiggers, since they were just little kids, and now they're all grown up and all got day jobs, and he's done his part in keeping this Métis culture alive. So this is called Don Langford's Reel. Until next time, everybody, stay safe.
By golly, folks, well, that was a great show, Calvin. Reminded me of the good old days right there. Hey, friends and neighbors, do us a favor and click on that subscribe button on Calvin's YouTube channel, and then you'll get notified when the next episode gets released. Because I know you ain't going to want to miss any. And don't forget to tell all your friends about the show. Well, that's it for now, folks. Until next month, take care, stay safe, and have a good day. See you at the next Calvin Vollrath Fiddle Jubilee. Yeah.
Time to buy a ticket.